अस्सलाम वालेकुम मज़ा नहीं आया अस्सलाम वालेकुम ज़बरदस्त एंड आई एम अज्यूमिंग कि कराची और रावलपिंडी से भी इसी तरह की आवाज़ आई होगी आई रियली होप सो बट ग्रेट टू सी सो मेनी पीपल हियर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह it's always such a pleasure to see so many smiling faces. I know some of you have had online batches and this is probably the first time that you're meeting with one another as well. I'd like to congratulate all of you on this amazing sort of ownership that you've taken of your own lives. And beyond that, I think the ownership that you've taken of your community and of those around you as well, that's incredibly inspiring. And just gives me a lot of joy to be a part of Amal Academy and a little part of all of your journeys. So I want to talk a little bit more, and I'll do that in a little bit, about continuing this good work, taking care of the community, and how that's even more important, especially given the backdrop of today's world. But before doing that, I would like to, of course, welcome all of you to the ceremony. Welcome our esteemed guests who are representing different non-profit organizations, different industries, and of course our sponsors as well from PepsiCo. Thank you so much for being here and for celebrating with us today. We have some guests from Akhuwat, and in particular I'd like to call out Dr. Amjad Saqib. Thank you so much for driving all the way from Islamabad to join us here today despite a very busy schedule. And sir, we look forward to hearing from you very shortly. And before moving on, I'd also like to give a very special shout out to the people that are both on the front lines facilitating your sessions and on the back end making everything possible, the Amal team. Can we please hear it for the Amal team? Thank you so much. It's an honor and a privilege to work with you. So dear fellows, I won't take too much time, but I would like you to use this to reflect a little bit. Honestly, I've been racking my brain for a couple of days trying to think about how to put my thoughts into words, and honestly, I don't think I'm quite there yet. And so you'll have to bear with me as I kind of ramble through this. I want to talk about the last year in Pakistan has been, I think, particularly challenging for us. We've seen a lot of economic and political ups and downs. We've seen our institutions behave in ways that we ideally wouldn't like to see them. And, you know, to put it in a nutshell, I think there's been a lot of frustration and a desire in our hearts to be able to just fix things. कि एकदम चीज़ें ठीक हो जाएं, हम कुछ कर डालें. लेकिन there's also been a sense of, you know, a lack of ability to do that. And if we zoom out and look at the world today, the international arena, तो और भी ज़्यादा disappointment सी होती है. I mean, the images and the stories coming out of Gaza, for example, which is at the top of everyone's mind and has been for quite a while. I mean, they are just so gut-wrenching, so heartbreaking, so disturbing. And it seems as if, honestly, the powers that be, that have the capability and potential to switch things and make them better, they aren't really caring or doing much. It seems as if पिछले हफ्ते I was talking to Sayyid Babar Ali Saab. I went and visited him. He's one of our advisors. And he said to me that the world seems to have turned on its head. And truth is the biggest casualty. And you know, that's how it seems. और समझ नहीं आती वही वाली एक sense of frustration, एक sense of powerlessness कि हम चाहते हैं कि कुछ जादू की छड़ियों को हम switch flip करें और एकदम चीज़ें ठीक हो जाएं. लेकिन ऐसे में हम क्या कर सकते हैं? There's these feelings of anger, there's these feelings of frustration, there's this feeling of helplessness. But I had a moment of reflection where I realized that, you know, seeing all of this pain and suffering and injustice in Gaza, in Sudan, in the Congo, in Syria, even within our own country as well, I also started feeling very grateful. I had a feeling of gratitude as well. और वो क्यों? Let me break it down for you. रात को जब मैं सोने जाता हूँ, तो I feel grateful for having a warm bed to climb into. सुबह जब मैं नलका चलाता हूँ, तो I'm grateful for having running water. I'm thankful for being able to send my children to school and give them an education. And I'm grateful for feeling the sense of safety and security that I feel every day. And this is more than we can say, obviously, for the people in Gaza, but this is also more than we can say for many people here in Pakistan as well. Right? And so, jo gratitude hai, wo isliye hai because we are entitled. And I started with myself, but I want to extend this to all of you. We are all very entitled in many different ways. And with that sense of, with that entitlement, with that privilege, जो बेशुमार नेमतें हमें मिली हुई हैं, जिनको हम उस तरह consider भी नहीं करते आए, right? Along with that, there also comes a responsibility to take action and to do something. And what we need to do is channel that frustration, that anger, that feeling कि कुछ करना चाहिए and actually do something. वो हम आधी दुनिया पार कुछ नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन हम अपनी community में, अपनी society में, अपने इर्द गिर्द जो हमारा domain है, जिसमें हम operate करते हैं, we can do something here and we can do something now. Right? So that's my call to action to you. Let's channel that. Let's channel that frustration that we're feeling कि हम कुछ करना चाहते हैं. And I say, yes, हक के लिए आवाज़ उठाएं. Absolutely. Seek the truth, believe in the truth, talk about the truth, convince others about the truth, but at the same time, in practical terms, what is it that you can do? And let me also say that the power of the individual, we shouldn't underestimate it. आप सब लोगों ने अपने मेगा प्रोजेक्ट्स किए हैं, कितने लोगों को इम्पैक्ट किया है. यहाँ पे हमारे सामने बहुत सारी ऐसी मिसालें अभी हमने देखी हैं. But let's not look too far. Let's not underestimate the power of the individual. हमारे within our midst, within the guests that we have, I mean, there are Abdul Samad बैठे हुए हैं यहाँ पे. He's the CEO of Youth Impact. Many of you know about Youth Impact, right? One person taking an initiative, empowering hundreds and thousands of people, and the ripple effects being what they are. Dr. Amjad Saqib बैठे हुए हैं, right? I mean, Akhuwat is a household name now. And where did it start from? It started from one individual, Dr. Saab, giving one loan, a nominal amount, to somebody to help start up a business. और जब वो पैसे उनके पास वापस आए, उन्होंने बजाय इसके कि अपनी जेब में फिर से डाले, उन्होंने आगे फिर से दिए. और आज क्या है? आज, if I remember correctly, over 180 billion rupees given out in zero interest microfinance loans to individuals, over 800 branches and over 5.4 million people impacted directly through this. और जो अखुवत जिस तरीके से और expand करता चला जा रहा है और areas में, education में और कहाँ कुछ, I mean, this is the power of, you know, one person taking initiative, building a team, building a community, building a tribe, and then impacting so many, right? So the power of the individual exists, and what is our responsibility? And this is my call to action to you. Can we take inspiration from folks like these? We take inspiration also from ourselves and from each other. कि जो हम mega projects में या otherwise अपने fellowship के दौरान जो fundraising की है, हमें आँख हमारी खुल गई है कि हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. And so let's continue that going forward. क्योंकि इस वक्त, I mean, इस दुनिया में जो चीज़ें चल रही हैं, हम कोई जादू की छड़ी हिला के एकदम चीज़ें ठीक नहीं कर सकते. But we can leverage our energy, our passion to invest in the future. And that's what we need to do. So, dear fellows, I mean, you're at the start of your professional careers, right? And you're much more privileged than many others because you have this understanding, you have this knowledge, and you know you have this power to make a difference. Start of your professional careers का मतलब है 30, 40, 50 साल आपकी productive life के आगे, बहुत शदीद productive life के आगे हैं. तो आप क्या आपने करना है? I would say just reflect and think about what you can do. आपके neighbor में कौन है? आप अपने मोहल्ले में किसी बच्चे को पढ़ा सकते हैं, किसी का ख्याल रख सकते हैं. Can you make sure that somebody is getting the right healthcare and the right opportunities? Can you help somebody set up a business? Can you work in your professional domains in a way that you're living with a strong moral compass, you're holding the companies that you're working for accountable to higher moral values. क्या आप ये सब चीज़ें कर सकते हैं? अगर आप कर सकते हैं तो आपको करना चाहिए. And I don't honestly see a reason why अगर हम अपने आप को empower कर रहे हैं और अपनी community को empower कर रहे हैं तो आज से 10 साल बाद, 15 साल बाद, 20 साल बाद या उससे पहले हमारी community क्यों नहीं इतनी powerful हो सकती कि हम ऐसे हमारा influence फिर ऐसा हो कि हमारे अपने government पे, अपने system पे हमारा एक ज़्यादा influence हो, जो मसले मसाइल हमारे सामने नज़र आते हैं उन पे हमारा ज़्यादा influence हो और हमारी community इतनी powerful हो कि international community भी फिर हमें ज़्यादा घास डाले. We have that reach. I don't see why we can't do that. Because what it will take is a critical mass of people who take leadership and who decide कि हमने वो substrate create करना है कि इतने सारे लोग जो कुछ करना चाहते हैं उनको कोई रास्ता दिखाएं. Right? So that is the call to action. We have tremendous potential as individuals, as a community, and as a nation. And we need to rise to that potential, and the future lies with you, right? So I'll end this over here. I know I started off with a bit of a heavy topic, but this is, believe it or not, a message of hope. Today is your day, right? It's your graduation ceremony. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you on your graduation. Please remember, today is your day, but tomorrow is also yours, and it is yours for the making. You can make of it what you want it to be. So live the change you want to see in the world, right? And inshallah, we will see कि एकदम चीज़ें नहीं change होगी. We have to be in it for the long game, and we have to invest in the future. But वो कब से शुरू होगा? वो अभी से और आज से शुरू होगा. किस तरह शुरू होगा? आप लोग शुरू करेंगे. और already आपका एक momentum है. आप already इस चीज़ से गुजर चुके हैं. आपको पता है कि किस तरीके से impact हो सकता है और एक चीज़ को impact करने से उसके ripple effects आगे किस कदर ज़्यादा होते हैं. So dear fellows, congratulations once again. Thank you for being here, for showing up with your energy. Thank you for taking charge of your own lives, and thank you for taking charge of the future as well. Godspeed and God bless. Thank you very much.